Welcome back, everyone. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Thank you for joining me here. And today we're going to be talking about, can you sell DVDs on eBay? And this is a question that I've seen a lot that needs to be answered, and I'm going to be answering it here for you guys today, going a little bit in depth on how to make money selling DVDs on eBay. And you could sell these on other platforms as well, like Mercari. I'm not going to be talking about Amazon because Amazon is a whole different beast when it comes to trying to sell DVDs. I'm not even ungated in it. I know a lot of people that aren't either. So that's just a whole process in its own. But before we get into it, I want to say that really, guys, anyone can do this. I am shooting this video out of my bedroom in my apartment. I have been part-time reselling for about 6 months now, doing it very seriously. I guess you could technically say I'm full-time considering I'm doing it over 40 hours, but I also have a part-time job as well. So I just want you guys to know that you can do it as well, and you can trust me. I've been doing it for about 2 to 3 years, like off and on, kind of part-time, just to make a little bit extra cash. But now I'm really doing this as my actual business and hoping to build a career into it and make a lot of money. And hopefully at the end of the year, we'll break those goals. But I want to talk about this today because it's something that I've also asked myself. Is it actually possible to make money doing this? And the answer is, of course, yes. But there's a specific way to do it. And you kind of have to look at the products just like everything else. Whenever you're going to sell something, whether it's on eBay, Amazon, or even in person, you have to look at what you're selling and how well does it actually sell and your price point. So basically, you can't just go out, buy a DVD, even if it's 50 cents or a dollar, and expect to make money on it. Okay? So usually what I like to do is whenever I'm buying anything to put on eBay, it has to be above at least at a minimum $8, okay? So if you guys are buying a movie, whatever movie you see, maybe you just have it in your house, you go look it up, and it's under $8, I don't think it's really worth it to sell unless you just want it gone. Maybe it's a part of your personal collection that you just have a bunch of movies, because after fees and shipping, you're not going to make a lot of money, if any money, selling really under the $8 point. You have to pay 10 cents to eBay, you have to pay 60 cents plus 2 cents or 2%, my bad, to PayPal. So you're really paying already about $2 in fees, $1.50 to $2 in fees, just right off the bat. So you have to pay, let's just say $2 in fees to eBay and Amazon, or eBay and PayPal. So you're down to $6. You have to pay $3 for shipping. So you're already down to $3. And if it's free, if you have it just in your house or someone gives it to you, that's fine. You'll make $3. That's all good. If you want to make $3, you sell 100 items, you're making $300. That's totally fine if you're a new seller and a beginner trying to get into it. But if you're a more seasoned seller and you're someone who wants to make more money and make more use of your time, it's not really worth it to sell hundreds of DVDs for $3 profit. And that's just if you're getting them for 25 cents, 50 cents. If you're paying a dollar for them, which I think is like around the average price for movies, if you're getting at a thrift store or something like that, you're paying around a dollar, anywhere from 50 cents to $2, just depending on where you go. It's not worth it to make anywhere from a dollar to $3. Not worth it, guys. So really, I don't go below $8, and the only time I ever really do something for $8 is if I get it for like 25 cents and I know it'll sell quickly. So that's another thing, is basically the sell-through rate. So how fast is that item that you just bought gonna sell? Is it going to sit for 3 months and you finally make your money back? You pay a dollar for a movie, you put it up for $8, and you finally make your $2 to $3. Is that really worth it to you? To me, in my opinion, no. If you're a brand new seller and you're just kind of getting into this and you're trying to figure out how to use eBay, kind of how to be a seller in general, that's totally fine. I used to do that as well. I used to sell video games that were $5 and make literally like a dollar. And I still kind of do that with trading cards. I do with Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering cards, because I don't know, it's just the large quantity is there, and eventually I'm trying to build up my account. But for seasoned sellers and for people who don't really have the space, it's a big deal. So for me, if I was to buy 100 DVDs, I don't have the space. I'm in a smaller, it's not a small apartment, but I'm in an apartment and I don't have a lot of space. I have a closet to store stuff in, and I have under my bed. That's it. So I don't want to have tons of stuff sitting around, and it's just not a good idea. It's not a good business plan to put $100 into something. If you buy 100 movies for a dollar a piece and you get 300 out of it, but it could take months and months to sell. Now it's different if it's a movie that you think is just going to sell immediately, that's fine. I totally understand. I even do that. If I find something, say like it's a Marvel movie, right? And it's only selling for like $8 and you want to make that quick flip, that's okay with you. That's totally fine. Me personally, I would not make that decision. I would not flip that movie because it's just not worth it, in my opinion, to do that. Like I said, $8 is the minimum, but I usually don't take that profit unless it's just something that's kind of like an obscure, or like if I get it something in a lot and it's just kind of there, and I'll just sell it to get it out of my my closet. So I'm gonna move on to, that's kind of like the general rules I like to look at, and now we're gonna go into what DVDs sell. So which genres, which categories, all that good stuff. So the first thing I want to talk about, let's just go into DVD box sets. And I just want to touch on this real quick, guys, that we're not going to be talking about Blu-rays today. I'm going to make a separate video on Blu-rays because I feel like it's different information. I was thinking about combining them, but I decided to just go ahead and separate them because I do think it's kind of different information. So we're just going to be talking about DVDs, box sets. So this is something that I think is a really good area to get into. And I have quite a few box sets here with me now that I'm kind of holding out on. And it's something that when you look at, say you buy a box set, most box sets are a little bit more because there's more discs. And say you buy a box set for $4 or $5, okay? So say you pay $5 for it, it goes for $20. Now here's something that you guys need to look at. If it's a $20 item and you're selling it for $5, you're making $15 gross, and you'll net probably around $9 to $10. That's great. I need you to check the weight on the actual item because if it's over a pound, you have to put that thing either in a box or a priority mail bubble mailer, which will cost about $7 to $8. And that just takes your profit down about 50% more because you're usually paying about $4 with a box set. If it's over that pound, you're paying double. So you really need to check that as well. But most box sets are really good, especially brand new ones, guys. So brand new movies in general are always going to fetch a premium price compared to the used copy. And I'm not talking about like 50 cents or not 50 cents, like a few dollars more. I'm talking like 50% more. If you're selling something for $10 used, you might even be able to get like $30 to $40 new for it because there are those people out there that really want to just buy a new copy, okay? I work at a store where we sell like used video games and used movies and stuff like that. And there's always those people that we might have a movie for $7.99 used, but it's $20 new. They want the new copy because they don't want to deal with, a pre-owned thing and it being scratched. So people do pay a premium for new DVDs and, new anything. But if you're looking at DVDs, please go through, if you're at your pawn shop, if you're at a local thrift store, if you're at a Goodwill, whatever, I usually just like scan through the DVDs, and if I see a new copy, I'll go ahead and just grab it, look it up. I don't care what it is. If it's just some random thing I've never heard of or a really popular item, I'm gonna look it up just to make sure because you never know on those new copies. So make sure to look up the box sets, guys. So next thing up is something that it's not a huge seller, and it's something that I wouldn't necessarily pick up if I hadn't already had it. My sister gave me 2 History Channel documentaries that she got. She's a history teacher, so she I don't know where she got them. She's at a conference or something. She got 2 movies, and she gave them to me like a year or 2 ago, and I finally put them on last week, and one actually already sold this morning, and it was only $10. So I only sold it for $10. I made like a $5 to $6 profit because I didn't pay anything for it, right? But it was a brand new History Channel documentary, and I didn't expect it to sell that fast, and it just, no offer, anything, it just sold. So that's something I would watch out for. A lot of people like educational television. That's something that they feel like they get use out of, kind of like you guys are watching me on YouTube. You're getting an educational, you're getting information out of it. So it makes them feel better about watching it. So definitely check out documentaries, informational stuff, anything that can just provide people with, useful information. I think that stuff is good as well. I'm not sure on the used prices on those. I don't think they're very good, but definitely check out the new ones. Next up, sports. Okay, so sports, there's a wide range of stuff. But sports box sets in general, I think, are really good. Now, we've already touched TV box sets, but sports box sets are good. So if you have a specific team, so say, I don't know, Green Bay Packers. I have one sitting right here, Green Bay Packers. So this is the history of the Green Bay Packers. It's a tiny box set. It's like a normal DVD size, and it's brand new. Okay, so I have that. It goes for about 20, 25 bucks, I think. That I paid like $3 for it just because it looks like a normal DVD. But people love sports. People love their sports team. People are just fanatics about it all. I'm a sports fanatic. I love Uh, Basketball, football. I love all types of sports. Soccer is really fun to watch. I don't even have a favorite soccer team. Anyway, guys, doesn't matter. Sports. Everyone has a favorite sports team, and when you look at it, there's those fanatics that just, hey, I want that DVD, I want that video game, whatever the thing may be, they're gonna want it if it's their favorite team, right? So that's something to take a look at. Again, I don't know about the used prices on the ones that I have, but even at $25 to $30 for a new one, if you're paying $1 or $2 or $3, even at $15, maybe $10, you might be able to make some profit on that. But definitely check out sports teams. I think that's a good one. Next up, guys, is cartoons and animation. Now, this is something that's big. Let's just go ahead and throw Disney in there as well. So stuff like Disney cartoons are obviously going to fetch a good price. Now, some of them, this is something that I think is very important to look at. You might look at a DVD and think, oh my God, Disney, like Little Mermaid or Lion King. Those don't sell for very much, guys. Why? Because there's so many out there. You could probably look it up. I don't know the exact price, but you could probably look up Lion King on eBay right now. A DVD copy is probably $6, $5, right? And whoever's selling that's going to make like 50 cents. And that's their business model. That's fine. But the thing is for someone like you probably shouldn't be doing that unless you have a team and you have so many things, so many people to do all these things for you. There's no point in for you buying the thing, listing it, and shipping it and making $1. It's just, don't do it. Please don't do it. It's a mistake. I promise you it's a mistake. Don't try and do it. Don't try and undercut. Just don't buy the item. So things like that are not good. Now, if you had that in new condition, it might go for $10 or $11, and that might be a good buy for you at $1. But really, guys, the animation on the Disney side, I don't think is a very good idea. There are some, that could go up to 15, 20. Always look up new stuff, and you'll get an idea of what to look at when you're out. But I've come across most Disney stuff, guys, just doesn't sell because there's so much out there. But one that I have right here is Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? So Sonic the Hedgehog, he's a pretty popular character, but when you think of like cartoons, you don't really think, oh, is there a Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon? In the 90s, there was an early 2000s, there was an early a cartoon for Sonic the Hedgehog. And I found a movie for $3. I saw the price tag on it. It's $2.99 right here. And I'm selling it for $20. So I'll make some pretty good money. Now, that's one that's going to sit. That's a example of an item that will probably sit for a while because it's not something that's like, do I want that? Like, a lot of people aren't looking for a Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon that's brand new when you can get a used copy for maybe like $8.99, something like that. So just take a look at all your cartoons out there. There's a lot of ones that could be really good that are obscure. I would definitely take a look at those. Next up, I want to take a look at foreign films. So this is something that I think it's a big player. And I've sold quite a few already. I just came across a lot of like 20 items that were foreign films. And one I want to touch on is Doctor Who. So I have a few Doctor Who box sets here that are worth up to $20 to $30. I even have one that's a collector's set that was $90. Now, I'm going to put pictures of all this stuff up. You've already seen all of it. But the one I'm about to show you now is a collector's set from the Europe. Wow. From Europe. It's the European region code, but it can still work on United States Blu-ray players or on all Blu-ray players. So that's something you look at. Make sure it's not region locked. If you don't know by now what the regions are, definitely just go look up a list and you'll be able to figure out what's region locked. And even if some stuff is region locked, it might be worth money. I haven't really sold any region locked stuff, but definitely make sure to check that out. But Doctor Who stuff would be really good. Another one, anime, guys. Anime is a huge player. I sell anime stuff all the time. I love anime. As you can see me get out of the way, I got Naruto right there. I absolutely love anime. It's something I watch all the time, and anime stuff goes for a lot of money. I even have a few of my stuff that I don't want to sell, but is worth a lot, so I might in the future. But anime is a really good one, guys. New and used. You can sell that all day long. It'll sell very, very quickly. Now, other stuff is old animation, old adaptations of movies. Think Godzilla. I have a Power Rangers one right here. I'll show you. All this stuff that's in the United States, but it's the Asian Japanese adaptation, which is actually the original. But people might want that stuff, right? They might say, oh, there's a Japanese version, or hey, that's the original version. I want to watch that. Make sure to look out for that stuff as well because it's something that will sell. It might take a little longer because when you think of it, do people really want a Japanese copy of it? And how many people are out there that really, really like the show that they're watching enough to go buy the Japanese version, right? So definitely go take a look at that. I think that'd be a really good idea. And the last one I'm going to touch on here, I can't name off everything. This is just some of the stuff that I have and have sold in the past few months, is music videos, okay? So I just sold, I'll show you here, an Iron Maiden music video. I got this at a pawn shop for $1, sold for $23, right? Now, something I want to touch on real quick, as well as the music video. So music video stuff is really, really good. Make sure to look out for that. Just some obscure stuff that, you know, bands might put out. They might put their soundtrack on it and then have their music videos. That's just something to look out for, so I would make sure and do that. But also is when you're listing stuff, I want to touch on this real quick. When you're listing media, make sure to look at other people's listings. So a disc only copy is obviously not going to be the same price. So if someone's selling just the disc for $12 and you know you're not going to sell yours for $12, don't undercut their price just because you want to sell it. Okay, put yours at $18 or whatever it is to make the money that you're supposed to make on that item. Okay. Now, another thing is whenever you are listing something and you see someone else's listing, it says benefits charity, that is most likely a Goodwill, okay? I always price my items above Goodwill. And on this Iron Maiden movie or DVD that I just sold, the lowest price I think was $17.50 or $18. It might be even higher, maybe around 20. Anyway, I priced mine above Goodwill because Goodwill always sells lower than like the average price in my opinion, and I always put above them and I always sell. Look, this sold in like 5 or 6 days I think, and it outsold the Goodwill pricing. Definitely go above Goodwill's prices on eBay. So last thing I want to touch on here, this video is getting a little long. I want to touch on where do I get all my stuff. So I kind of said this throughout the video. Where do I get my stuff? Thrift stores are a really good one. Most thrift stores sell their DVDs for 50 cents to $1. I don't really see any thrift stores pricing them above that. Another one is pawn shops. If you guys have ever been to pawn shops, I would definitely go check them out. Most DVDs, yet again, are 50 cents to $1. And Goodwill as well. Goodwill, they're $1. Well, in most places, they're $1. And where I live, they're $1. I went down to Texas a few months ago. They were $2. And I was like, what the hell? Why are they $2 here? Their Blu-rays were $4. It was insane. So some people have it good, some people have it, you know, a little worse, but it depends on the quality of items really, and you know, just the store, because depending on the stores, they'll have different prices. But definitely go check out those 3 spots. Another one, obviously, garage sales. I don't really get up for garage sales that often. I have work most days in the morning, so I can't get out, and I'm really lazy, and I don't have a lot of garage sales around me. So I feel like it's not worth my time unless I can find a lot of garage sales to go to. But definitely if you're in a more populated area that has a lot of garage sales, definitely go check those out. There's always money to be made. I always make money when I go out to garage sales. I just don't go out very often. So definitely go check out garage sales. And another one I want to touch on is retail stores. Of course, you can go to Walmart, Target. Other places will have discounted movies just to look at. I mean, it's just quite simple. When they don't want them, they'll either discount them lower. So if it's a $20 item, they'll discount it to like $12.99. Most of the time, you won't be able to find stuff to flip there just because, you know, like a $20 movie that's at Target or Walmart, it's most likely selling online already for $10 to $12. So I wouldn't really go there. Again, all the stuff I kind of shared with you guys today would be the stuff I'd look out for there. So really just TV box sets, I think, would be the only thing. But definitely check out the clearance sections there. And you could check their apps, like Target app. You can check what sales they have going on their Cartwheel app. I would get that. I don't really look at it very often myself, but you know, if you're someone starting out and you need places to look and things to buy, definitely go check their discounts. Last one I want to touch on is, I just drew a blank. Yes, I got it. Other stores in the area that sell media. So I have a few stores. Like I said, I work at one. There's a few other branches or chains of stores around me that sell used DVDs, books, video games, CDs, all that stuff. So go there and just go in and check them out. You know, at least at my store, when we're corporately owned, so we don't change any of the rules or anything like that. So if anything ever comes in new, so someone sells a brand new copy of I don't know, just brand, like Avengers. So someone sells a brand new copy of Avengers. We don't price it at a new copy because we don't get it from the distributors like that. So it'll be the same as a used copy. So if you want to look at stuff like that, you could go in and check to see if stores have maybe new copies, or you could see if they even have stuff that, you know, they might have a little bit more expensive. That might be like $20 to $30 for them, but you might be able to get it for $20 to $30 and flip it on eBay for $50 to $60. So you could always look at that. Most of the stores usually have pretty good prices on their stuff. You know, they're not going to compete with eBay too much, but most stuff you can't really flip anyway. So just kind of be that obscure stuff that they might not even have in the store. But that's definitely something to take a look at, guys. You can definitely sell media, especially DVDs, on eBay. I do it all the time. Okay, I don't sell a whole lot. It's not my biggest seller, but I also don't buy a lot. Like I said, I like to stick to the genres I told you guys today, and I'm going to continue to build on those whenever I see them. But make sure to look out for all the stuff I showed you. Make sure to look up every single new copy, okay? Every single new DVD you see, other than like really, really like really common stuff, maybe like Grown Ups or like Ride Along or something like that. Just like kind of like comedy action movies, they're not going to sell. Even if they're brand new, they're like $5. So just make sure to look out for that. If you guys have any questions, feel free to always comment down below. I will always get back to you, and I want to help you guys out. If you guys have any suggestions for me, if there's any more genres or any tips you guys have for selling on selling DVDs on eBay, definitely put them down below. I'll love to have a conversation with you guys. And if you guys found this video helpful, please hit that thumbs up. It really helps me out and helps the channel grow. And if you guys want to see more content, please hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be doing a Blu-ray video pretty soon. So if you guys want to see that, hit that notification bell as well. And we'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you later.